What's up, guys? It's me, Zero here, and I decided to do this while the iron's hot and not. Oh my god, last resume was a disappointment. I'll say that much. Anywho, here we are. How to kill a character, and this one, well, I'm pretty. I guarantee you, this is probably gonna be my last Sonic character for a while. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Shadow the Hedgehog, and oh my God, Shadow. If 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 there was any other character that was treated just as bad as Knuckles, it has to be Shadow because nowadays everyone looks at Shadow as the like evil Sonic, edgy and to the extreme, whatnot, edgy, dark, emo, whatever, all the dark adjectives. That's when people look at Shadow and see instead of what he was in the series he came from, the adventure games. But like I said before, and like how we did before, we're starting this from the beginning to where they are now. So, brief introduction and brief spoilers for Sonic Adventure 2. If you haven't played that, I would recommend you play it. Both games, Sonic Adventure is like a awesome 3D Sonic series. Get both games on PSN, and I think Xbox Live. I don't know if they're on Steam. Probably are, probably not. But anyway, Shadow debuted in Sonic Adventure 2, and he was basically, the dark bird. At first, people was like mistaken Sonic. Well, yeah, Sonic for him because Sonic, the military was at the time was mistaken Sonic for Shadow, even though they look nothing. They don't look the same at all. One's blue, one black, and their spikes are in different directions. And Shadow was basically woken up by Dr. Robotnik, who went to Military Island to, for his grandfather's research. Well, his secret weapon and whatnot. And he finds Shadow locked inside a pod and releases him. And Shadow basically tells him that if that he has the power to make the world his, and he'll meet him on his Space County arc and whatnot. And that happens. They meet up, and Shadow basically tells Robotnik about the Eclipse Cannon and how they need all 7 Chaos Emeralds, and that's the gist of it. Well, Robotnik wants to make his little empire. Shadow, on the other hand, has ulterior motives and basically wants to, because he's basically fulfilling the wishes of Dr. Gerald Robotnik's grandfather, and Shadow's creator. He's basically filling his wishes at, but he's using Robotnik for that. And it's not until later we find out like how serious it is because and right before Radical Highway, Shadow has a flashback of his time aboard the Special County Arc and his relationship with Maria, who is Gerald's granddaughter and Robotnik's cousin. And he basically just reflects on time like that. And then one memory in particular was when she asked Shadow to promise her something, and Shadow at the time misinterpreted it as revenge. And it's not until like later down the line we find out the true intent of that promise, like he made Maria, and the promise Maria told him. And this is where Shadow dive just goes against all the norms, against what his character is nowadays to get compared to, because he his character motivation, like, he basically was basically his the closest bond to him was like forcibly taken away from him, and he wanted revenge, just like how Gerald wanted revenge because how the military gun came and shut down. the space colony, and in the process killed Maria too. And it it was something that like stood with Shadow the entire time in it. And in the last story, where Amy is giving him a pep talk about like how how humanity isn't that bad and worth fighting for, he remembers his promise to Maria about like Maria like literally begging him to like give humanity a chance and not all humanity is evil or whatnot. And he goes on to say help Sonic fight the Bio Lizard. And it was just that like Shadow's story in Sonic Adventure 2 was like the highlight of his character, like mostly because it was his debut and what was applied at the end because of his of what he the thing he did. Then I'm not gonna spoil the game for you, even though it's like God knows how old. But you got a decent grip of like Shadow's character. He wasn't just this evil for the sake of being evil. He had his reasons. He had his motivations, and then then it kind of goes downhill. Because then we reach Sonic Heroes and he gets reintroduced into the series. We all thought he was gone because of what happened in Adventure 2, but no, he shows up in Heroes and he has amnesia. Okay, and he teams up with Rouge Omega. Still, same old Shadow. Even though he still acts the same, even though he doesn't have any memories, but it's like the banner with him and Rouge is like nothing has changed at all, and that was refreshing. And his banner with Sonic too, that was also like nothing changed at all. And we get again another minor spoiler. We get at the end of Shadow's the Team Dark story, we get the reveal that Robotnik made Shadow clones. Well, Shadow androids, and Omega basically said like the real one has to be around. It still has to be around there somewhere, and basically it's implied like the real Shadow's out there missing, and that we don't know about the Shadow we have now. And then we go to where it went downhill. Shadow the Hedgehog, where Shadow's character just died. I'm serious, it just died here. And the reason being, like, Sega wanted to appeal to the edgy crowd and whatnot, so why not just have a game center on Shadow and have him use a gun and be edgy and heavy rock everywhere and Crush 40 singing the main theme and my god, that game. Anyway, I bet you're wondering, like, how did this game that centers around him kill his character Zero? And I'll be sure to answer that. See, the thing is, due to the plot point of Shadow's story and Sonic Heroes, Sega decided to go that route, and basically Shadow's memory is the basic point of this game. Like him trying to find out the secrets of his past, even though, like how Johnny said in his review, someone should just tell Shadow what the fuck happened. And like how many people say, like, there are people who really know Shadow's past, and yet none of them said anything. None of them said anything at all. Just led Shadow astray. Like, nope. Let him figure out his own. And my god, and you saw how that went. Ended up signing with a fucking alien. Oh my god, this game. This game was basically like you decide like what Shadow was. Like, was he a hero? Was he a villain? Was he a neutral doing his own thing? Stuff like that. And the thing that killed his character in this was literally the whole route thing, because and the game's multiple endings, because no matter what you do, it basically is a canon. Like, no matter what you do, nothing's canon. Him being an android, not canon. That was also stupid. Him just killing Robotnik, also not canon. Him siding with Dark Doom or Black Doom, whatever. Not canon. Him killing, beating up Sonic, not canon. The canon was he basically, well, the final story again, slight spoilers, was that he basically was like a pet project between like Doctor Doom, Doctor Doom, damn, Black Doom and Gerald, because he was part of Black Doom's blood is in Shadow that helped create him, and Gerald said if he like he helped, but he had to give the Chaos Emeralds to Black Doom in like the year the comic comes back, and main point and whatnot, and blah, plot happens, and the thing that really killed Shadow's character here was that this was the start of the whole this game never happened, because the only other game to follow this route was Sonic 06, except Sonic 06 ended up being canon, so yeah, that was kind of dropped the ball there. But this is the game that started that fucking trend of this game never happened, because at the end of the game, Shadow basically says goodbye to his past. It says, "Fuck it, I don't care anymore. I'm living in the present," and that's it. That's literally it. He joins Gun, by the way. The people that basically ruined his life, like Johnny said, yeah, he joined them, which basically contradicts like everything that happened to him in Adventure 2. So yeah, that was the thing. As far as him getting killed in '06, ain't no, he basically acted himself, and he was just edgy in that one, I guess. Him and Silver had their stories had more emphasis on the plot than Sonic's, which says a lot. A game called Sonic the Hedgehog, and Sonic means nothing in the terms of a plot and of the story. So it really, I guess, the only thing like they really wanted to stick with Shadow being edgy, because he ended up with the whole vehicle things and whatnot, and him being like combat oriented and just oh my god, Shadow, and him feeling, I guess, partially upset that the world turns on him, and basically being the cause of Mephiles. And wow, Shadow's character really just stood that freaking archetype for like the longest. Don't get me started on Sonic X, because I'm not gonna mention Sonic X Shadow for many reasons. Just not happening. And it all comes in full steam in Sonic Boom, because again, just like Knuckles, Shadow characters got oh my god. This was the worst death right here, because Shadow basically showed up as just to beat up Sonic and calling Sonic out for having like believing in the power of friendship and whatnot. And like Darkness said in his review, Shadow's just there as fan service, and for the simple reason that he's a dark, evil Sonic. That's literally Shadow's character. It's not explained why he's there, and why he's beating up Shadow, why they have fallen out or anything at all. Just him just there being just to be a dick, and it was just kind of like a cheap move, because that's what they did with Sonic Boom. They added Metal Sonic to Metal Sonic, because why the hell not? And they decided to do the same thing with Shadow. So, like, yes, I know about the whole he got lyric brainwashed him in the freaking DS game, I think, or prequel comic, whatever. Shadow just, for me, it's really annoying. It's getting really annoying just seeing people like judge Shadow just for how he looks, and I'm like, the same people who call him like edgy, dark, and emo Sonic. I'm like, have any of you guys like actually played Sonic Adventure 2? If you haven't, have you seen people play it? Do you know how he was in that game in the earlier games compared to how he was in the later games? Like, just like Knuckles, he ended up being like complete trash in later games, and character got murdered to all hell. And it gives me because Shadow's a complex character, you know? He's fewer revenge because of his loss, and at the same time, like the loss he suffers, just like they didn't want him to go that route. It's like basically like every revenge story you could think of, like the person, like, oh, they would have wanted you to do this, and yet Shadow's case, he literally remembers memory of the the person he cares about, his her like last moments and her promise towards for him, and it just gets to me, you know. Like some people just overlook that and just be like, yeah, evil Sonic, there we go, and Sega just sells on it. Like I said with Knuckles, I hope Shadow basically reverses how he was in the original game, because Sonic Chronicles, I wouldn't say much happened there because you fight him, he joins your team, but basically he was basically Sonic X Shadow, so we don't talk about Sonic X Shadow. We never did. So again, if you're interested in Shadow as a character, I reckon without the pre-received motions of he's just a emo dark version of Sonic, I recommend like watching Sonic Adventure 2 online if you don't have a way to get to the game because, you know, reasons and whatnot. So, there you are, guys. This has been Zero. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for Let's Talk Manga. Oh boy, this is gonna be a long